Hello, me handsomes. So today we are in Bideford, which is one of the neighbouring towns of Barnstaple. And as you can see, we parked in the Morrisons and we're just going to make our way towards the high street of Bideford. Now, Bideford for me, I find, there's always been a rivalry between Bideford and Barnstaple, but Bideford is a very, very nice, pretty little town. So we are just approaching the high street here, and we do a bit of a chicken wings review here. We go to what I call the Heart of Darkness, which is Weather-spoons, because of course Weather-spoons do chicken wings. But that comes a little bit later in the video. But right for now, we're going past some of the older stores that Bideford have to offer. These are some furniture ones, the Braddock's ones. And they even have a very old school barbershop next to it as well. And down that road is where the Weather-spoons is. But like I say, we will come back to that later. And there's the barbershop right there. But we will carry on and we will walk into what is known as the high street. It's a very strange high street in some ways. And some people don't call it that, but I refer to it as the high street. And you'll see why, really. And as you walk along, there's lots of lovely small independent shops, which is one thing I love about Bideford. Ironically, the one I've just walked past here is not. But we are going to be soon coming up to the one in particular, which I am looking for first. It's simply because it's the place that did our wedding cake when I got married. And they are effectively a traditional bakery. So there it is there. And as you can see, they have got some cakes in the windows. And of course, be very rude for us not to go in and get some hot food. So we did. We went in and got some hot food. And as you can see, we carried on up the high street to find somewhere to eat. And now, as you can see, lots of little cafes, independent shops, hairdressers. And we decided to go down towards the quay, down this lovely little street, and have our little pasties there. I just had a nice beef and onion one. Really delicious it was. But we're going to walk back up towards what I effectively call the high street. And one thing, again, love about Bideford, local produce, local small shops. There's not many chains. There is a WH Smith, of course, banks, co-op. But other than that, it's all nice independent shops. Now, this is the other street that some people refer to as the high street. For me personally, it isn't. But some people refer to it as it. And we're going to walk up it. It is a very steep street with a big, massive hill, basically. And of course, we had our pram with us, so we had to walk that up there. And this is what we were going to go see, which is their pannier market. So in the Barnstaple episode, we saw the Barnstaple pannier market. In the Bideford one, we saw the Bideford pannier market. And we saw this little shop here, which looked really cool. But turned out it was a religious shop type place. But there's the pannier market, a lovely historic one. Always like to see some historic buildings, things like pannier markets in the town. Isn't really so much a pannier market anymore. It's obviously been repurposed for lots of little different types of shops. Bit different from what it used to be. But now we're going to walk down the hill again, and we can see a very nice old bookshop there, and we get towards the Bideford Quay, which is what I think is the highlight of Bideford. Used to be known as one of the top 5 places allegedly in the world to go for New Year's, because they used to have all sorts of celebrations along this quay next to the historic bridge there. And we are going to go over this bridge because we are going to go look at a restaurant which we visited once upon a time. Fantastic restaurant it was. And as you can see, a view of the River Tor there. So as we continue over the bridge, the restaurant we are going to look at is the Number 8, it's called, which is over in that direction. We went to there once when it first opened. It's just a husband and wife team that run it, but it is fantastic. It is delicious. And there we have the Imperial Hotel. No, it's not the Imperial. It's escaped my mind what it's called now. Anyway, we've got the Number 8 there. But yeah, like I said, we visited it once where not long after it first opened, we were blown away. There was a dish in particular. There was a curried hake dish. It was basically a lovely pan-fried hake with a curry sauce and bhaji, fantastic. But there's the menu there, £85 per person for the set menu. Really good. Anyway, walking back over the bridge, more lovely shots of the quay there. And one thing we are going to be looking at soon is we are going to be getting a new camera, so we don't have this narrow lens. A lot of this was shot on the phone, just because it's easy to do that while we have a pram. But now we head towards the heart of darkness. That is Wetherspoons. Now, if you know me, I am not a huge fan of a Wetherspoons. Used to be a massive fan of them, but over the years I have become disliking to them. And this is Bideford's one. It's quite a nice looking Wetherspoons in all fairness, but these are the wings here. Now, I have had various experience with the wings at Wetherspoons. These here, we had the first one and we're like, oh, these actually aren't too bad. We got this nice soy sauce with it as well, sticky soy with it. And we thought, actually, not that bad. But the more we had, the more we realised, Jesus Christ, these are greasy. And as you can see here, there are several stuck together. Took a few shakes for them to come apart. So that ruined it and made them actually disgusting. And as we walked away, we didn't feel very well at all. But hey, we're walking back along the quay, back towards the car now. And we're going near the historic park that is in Bideford, the Victoria Park. And of course, in most places in North Devon at this time of year, there is this place, the Hockings Ice Cream. If you are a tourist, never been to Devon, one thing you must do when you come down is go to Hockings. But for now, ta for watching.